Hey everyone, welcome back to another guide video. Super excited about this. Today's another Dragonvale guide video on the Rift. So we're going to teach you how to be the best player in the Rift today. Super excited about this though. So first thing you need to know that once you hit level 28, you will unlock the Rift, which is a really cool place. You get some really cool dragons with some different colors, and I'll explain what those are in just a bit. So the first thing you need to know, guys, you unlock the Rift at level 28, right? Then after that, you unlock some cool dragons with traits. And if you are wondering what traits are, they are a little thing you get on your dragons that allow you to change the color of your dragons. Some dragons automatically have traits like the Dark Dragon, not Dark Dragon, but Dark Rift Dragon, which will automatically have a trait and you can't change it. So any dragon you breed in the Rift or get in the Rift that has a trait automatically on it will not be able to change its colors at all. So yeah. So if it's a dragon though, you breed through the cave though, like this dragon right here, like sand dragon or any other dragons you breed in the Rift, you can change their trait, but there are a few like chromacorn, corrupticorn where you breed them or unlock them and you can't change the trait. So yeah, so I'll give you an example. So all the ones you get in the market right here cannot change their traits. Anyone with automatic traits like the elemental ones and ones that like Yolkwing, chromacorn, Corrupticorn, special ones, and I'll show you those special ones in just a second, like the ones you breed in the Rift. So let me show you, like all these dudes that automatically come with a trait cannot change their trait. So I just want you guys to know about that. But dragons like that in the overworld that have one color can get multiple colors in the Rift, like sand dragon right here. And if you want to know how to change their colors, you can either breed them with the color, or you can change the color when you unlock a certain tower in the Rift you have to find. There are two towers in the Rift you have to find, which is the Hibernation Cave and also this special tower. I'm going to call it Special Tower and stuff like that. And if you enter this tower and you breed a dragon like Sand Dragon with an Earth trait, you can find your Sand Dragon, place it in the tower, and change its trait. So just remember, this tower is hard to find, and once you find it, you can change the color of your dragon's traits and also their design. But it does cost 10,000 to change the trait, unless you automatically have the trait. So when you buy a new trait, it's unlocked and you keep it. But if you don't have it unlocked, you have to pay 10,000 to get it. So let's see. My thing has it on Earth. We change it to cold. It will change its color and change its trait. So yeah, pretty interesting, pretty cool stuff. That's the first thing I want you guys know about when you unlock the Rift. You can change the color of your dragons and their designs. It's really nice. Now, on to our next trick or tip. So what we're going to teach you guys now is, now that you know some basic information about the Rift and stuff like that, we're going to teach you some guides. So what we're going to do first is teach you guys about the tower right here. Not the tower, but the breeding cave. The breeding cave is a special place where you can breed a dragon without waiting any time to hatch it or breed it. So let me show you an example. So if I breed this earth and fire dragon together, I'm calling them that for right now, it will automatically go in the cave, no time whatsoever, and you automatically get the dragon, and the egg automatically hatches. You can place it anywhere. So yeah, that's pretty cool, pretty awesome. Now what I recommend though is when you're starting out on the Rift, do not go beyond 220, because of the fact that once you go beyond this, it goes to 1,000, and spending 1,000 crystals is not always the best move. So I do not recommend it. So yeah, but if you get later farther in the game where you can spend 1,000 crystals like I do, I spent 1,000 of these crystals on the breeding cave. That's only because I have enough and I make more than enough. Now, if you're wondering how to make more crystals, that's the next thing we're going to cover. So I just want to cover the cave. Now we're going to cover how to get a bunch of crystals. You guys will probably want to know this. So the big thing is, guys, the more habitats you have, the more habitats and crystals you'll get. So get as many habitats as you can in the beginning of the Rift, so then you can get a bunch of crystals every day. Just log in every like 2 hours, collect your crystals, just repeat the cycle and do that. And I recommend getting as many habitats as you can. Do not upgrade any of the habitats in the beginning of the game when you unlock the Rift. It takes too much to upgrade them. If I'm not mistaken, this one costs actually 500, so that's half of the 1,000. So don't do that. Do not upgrade it. Just keep buying the habitats, and then once you're getting enough habitats and enough crystals from them, then start upgrading them. And then the big thing is to definitely get all the habitats in the beginning of the game as fast as you can. The more habitats you have, the more crystals you have, and once you have all 55 habitats, you'll be making a lot of crystals. So yeah, that's a big thing. So now we covered traits, the breeding cave, and how to get crystals fast. The next thing I want to teach you guys is how to get more crystals and make sure you get the crystals fast. So basically, just remember to have a bunch of habitats. And now the second thing you'll need to know is, like, How am I going to get a bunch of crystals if I have a bunch of habitats? Well, you just breed as many dragons as you can. Doesn't matter what dragon it is, just keep getting the same dragon. You literally just keep breeding earth and also fire together. Then the more dragons you breed, it can be just a bunch of lava dragons in your rift. I don't care. Just get as many as you want in the rift of lava or something like that. And then you'll get a bunch of crystals. Just get all the habitats, get a bunch of random dragons, put them in the habitats, and you'll be starting to make crystals. So yeah, definitely worth it. But don't go beyond 1,000. Just make sure not to go beyond 1,000 when you're breeding. Unless you're making a lot of crystals by then. So yeah, that is pretty much almost everything I want to cover in the Rift. Now there are some basic things I want to cover, like things not to buy in the Rift, which we're actually going to cover right now. Things I don't want you to buy in the Rift, guys, in the beginning of the game is the Egg of Mysteries. Now, I don't recommend buying any of the Egg of Mysteries in the beginning of the game for the Rift because of the fact that they're not worth it. It's better to get the Elemental Dragons first in the Rift. Once you get all of them, then you can go for Crystals or Egg of Mysteries. So yeah. So the thing about this though is the Egg of Mysteries are good, right? Like the Gem Egg of Mystery, the Epic Egg of Mystery, they're all good. But I don't recommend them beginning the game because that wastes all your crystals. And you need your crystals to get farther with the habitats and dragons. Don't forget, more habitats, more dragons, the more crystals you're going to get. And once you get all the habitats, you can get all the Egg of Mysteries you want. And you'll be making a lot of Egg of Mysteries and a lot of crystals. So yeah. And don't forget, these things will go up in price. The habitats go up in price. The breeding goes up in price. The Egg of Mystery goes up in price. So there's a few things in the Rift that will go up in price the more you upgrade them and stuff like that. So habitats, Egg of Mysteries, and just basic stuff. Like anything in the Rift will usually go up in price. So just make sure to save your crystals, to spend them well, and know what you're doing. And plan ahead big time. If you guys did enjoy this guide video and it did help you, make sure to smash that like button, dragon punch that subscribe button, and also thank you to all of our members for supporting the channel. I cannot thank you guys enough. And also, if you want to become a member too, go down there. There's a join button and hit it if you want to. And I'll see you guys next time. G-Man out.